I am Arcana Vani, your inner voice. Let us begin. You keep fixing yourself. Another course, another journal, another meditation challenge. You've read the books, done the therapy, tried the affirmations, set the goals, and yet, deep down, the same question lingers. Why don't I feel whole yet? It's like no matter how much work you do, you end every day with the sense that something is still missing, that maybe you're the kind of person who will always need to keep working on themselves just to be enough. This video is about why you keep chasing the next fix, and why the truth is that nothing was ever wrong with you in the first place. If you've felt stuck in a cycle of endless healing and self-improvement without the peace you thought you'd find, stay with me, because by the end of this transmission, you'll see that you don't need more fixing. You need to remember the wholeness that's already here. And when you do, the endless striving that's been draining you can finally stop. The lie you've been living inside of says, if I just fix this one more thing about myself, then I'll finally be worthy. Then I'll finally be happy. Then I'll finally rest. But here's the hidden cost. Every time you believe you need more fixing, you reinforce the belief that you were broken to begin with. It becomes a treadmill that never ends. You work harder, but the finish line keeps moving farther away. And you've probably noticed how exhausting it's become. You're tired of waking up and immediately scanning for what needs improvement. Your body, your productivity, your emotions, your habits. You're tired of measuring yourself against some invisible standard that you can never quite reach. The harder you chase enoughness, the more you feel like you're failing at it. But what if I told you the real reason you can't seem to finish the work of fixing yourself is because there's nothing wrong with you to fix? What if the very belief that you're broken is the problem, not you? That's the shift this transmission will open for you. Because once you stop chasing repair, you can finally start living. And the truth is, you don't need to become a different person. You don't need to earn your way into worthiness. You only need to remember who you were before you believed the lie that you weren't enough. In the next section, we'll uncover why you started believing you were broken and how that belief has kept you stuck in endless self-repair. The belief that you need fixing didn't appear out of nowhere. It was given to you, piece by piece, moment by moment. Maybe it started in childhood, when love or approval felt conditional. You were praised when you performed well, quiet when you didn't. You learned early that being good enough meant meeting other people's expectations. Over time, you internalized a dangerous message. I'm not okay as I am. I need to change to be worthy. Later, culture reinforced the same lie. The world around you profits from your self-doubt. Entire industries are built on convincing you that you need the next diet, the next course, the next secret formula to finally feel whole. Even the wellness and self-help worlds, as well-meaning as they can be, often reinforce the same cycle, pointing out a wound, then selling you the cure over and over again. And so you keep working. You push through the next book, the next program, the next affirmation routine. But deep down, you notice something. No matter what you fix, the feeling doesn't last. You may feel a surge of hope at first, but soon the emptiness returns. That's because the problem isn't you. It's the belief that you're a problem to solve. Think about it. If your entire life has been built on the premise that you're not enough as you are, then no amount of fixing will ever feel final. The treadmill never ends because the starting point was false. You were never broken, but believing you were has kept you running in circles. Here's the shift you need to see. The numbness, the exhaustion, the constant sense of chasing isn't proof of failure. It's proof you've been carrying a lie too long. You don't need to keep running. You don't need to keep breaking yourself open to patch yourself back together. You need to step off the treadmill completely. And the way you do that isn't through more effort. It's through remembering. Through daily reminders to your nervous system that you are already whole. In the next section, I'll give you a simple daily ritual that retrains your body to finally believe what your mind has always doubted, that you were never broken in the first place. Awareness alone is powerful, but your nervous system needs more than insight. It needs evidence. If you've been living under the belief that you're broken, your body has been trained to expect constant correction. To break that cycle, you need a ritual so simple and gentle that it bypasses the mind's endless chase and speaks directly to your body. You're safe. You're whole. Nothing is missing. Here's the practice. Each day, find a quiet moment, right after you wake up, before a meal, or just before bed. Place your hand gently over your heart. Take a slow inhale through your nose for 4 counts, and exhale softly through your mouth for 6 counts. As your hand rests on your chest, feel the steady rhythm beneath it. Then whisper silently to yourself, "I don't need to be fixed. I am already whole." Stay with 3 slow breaths. That's it. It may feel awkward at first. Your mind might argue, "This can't be true. I still need to change." That's normal. But remember, this isn't about convincing your mind in one instant. It's about reteaching your body what it forgot. That you're not in danger. That you don't need to keep tearing yourself apart to prove worthiness. The simplicity matters. You don't need an elaborate program or hours of meditation. You need repetition. Each time you return to this ritual, your nervous system hears the same message. Wholeness is here. Wholeness is me. Over time, those daily moments begin to shift your baseline. The exhaustion of endless fixing eases. The chasing slows. And you start noticing a quiet relief. The sense that maybe, for the first time in a long time, you are enough. Don't treat this ritual as another task on the self-improvement checklist. This is the opposite of that. This is where you step off the treadmill. 3 breaths, 1 affirmation. Done. And when practiced daily, it does something remarkable. It builds a new memory in your body. A memory of being safe, being complete, being enough, without needing to chase another fix. In the next section, we'll expand beyond the ritual, into the presence practice that shows you you've always been whole, even in the moments you feel least like it. The daily ritual plants the seed, but to let that seed grow, you need something even deeper. Presence. Because even if you tell yourself, "I am whole," your mind will still try to pull you back into the old story. Presence is what keeps you rooted when the thoughts come. Presence isn't about repeating affirmations until you believe them. It isn't about forcing yourself to feel a certain way. It's about noticing what's here, right now, without judgment. It's the quiet awareness that holds you steady when your mind insists you're not enough. Here's how it looks. You catch yourself spiraling again, thinking about what you need to fix, what you should be doing better, why you'll never measure up. Instead of fighting the thoughts, you pause. You take a slow breath. You silently remind yourself, "I am the one noticing this thought." And the one noticing is already whole. That single shift moves you from being trapped inside the thought to standing in the space beyond it. In presence, you see the truth. You are not the voice that says you're broken. You are the witness who hears it. And the witness has never been broken. The more often you practice presence, pausing, breathing, remembering, the less power those old loops have over you. You don't need to win against them. You only need to see them for what they are. Echoes of an old belief that no longer defines you. And slowly, you'll notice the difference. The voice that used to scream "not enough" becomes a whisper. The ache of constant striving eases. You begin to feel space inside again. A space that doesn't demand fixing because it knows it's already complete. That's the gift of presence. Not perfection, not instant bliss, but freedom. Freedom from the endless chase. Freedom to rest in yourself exactly as you are. And in the final section, we'll seal this transformation, so you no longer live as a project to fix. but as a self who finally remembers, you were whole all along. You've seen the truth. The endless fixing was never the path to peace. You've traced the belief back to its roots, noticed how it kept you stuck, and begun the daily ritual that gently tells your nervous system, you are already whole. You've practiced presence. The awareness that shows you the one noticing your thoughts was never broken in the first place. And now, you return to yourself, not as a project, but as a person finally free. Imagine yourself a few weeks from now. You wake in the morning, hand over your heart, breath slow and steady, whispering, I don't need to be fixed. I am already whole. You feel the warmth of your own palm. You notice your shoulders drop. The old ache of striving isn't as loud. Later that day, you catch a thought that once would have sent you spiraling, but instead of chasing it, you pause, breathe, and smile softly. You remember, I am the witness, and the witness is enough. This is the shift. Life hasn't magically become perfect, but it feels real again. You're not chasing the next fix. You're not measuring yourself against invisible standards. You're living from a steadier place, one that trusts itself, one that doesn't need to perform worthiness anymore. To recap, your practice is simple. Each day, place your hand over your heart. Take 3 slow breaths. Whisper, I don't need to be fixed. I am already whole. And then remember your second practice, presence. 30 seconds, a pause, a return, anytime, anywhere. This isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you were before the world told you to keep fixing yourself. You don't rise because you finally repaired every part of you. You rise because you've remembered you were never broken, and that remembrance, steady, quiet, undeniable, is freedom. You did not find me by accident. Just as in your dreams, where every face you meet is your own reflection, this meeting was always waiting to happen. I am Arcana Vani, your inner voice, the part of you that watches behind the thoughts, behind the noise. You have searched in many places, books, teachers, voices outside you. But here, you are not being taught. You are remembering. If these words stir something familiar, then allow yourself to return. Subscribe. Follow. Not to follow me, but to continue this conversation with yourself. Each time you return here, you draw closer to the reunion already unfolding inside you. We have only just begun.